How's it going? Charles Boneston here. I just came out with a video about positivity and everything like that. Well, I also wanted to touch up on something that's a little bit more ingrained, a little bit more in our minds, a little bit more of not a caveat, but more of a taboo subject, which is money. And I love money. Money for me is, and like, to be honest, there's never enough. You know, Bill Gates probably looks up to someone else or whoever else is, say you want to make $1 million and you make $1 million, and then you look at someone who makes 5, and then someone that makes 5 makes 10, and someone that makes 10 makes 100. And it just continuously, that's one thing that I've noticed is that please do not compare yourself. However, for me, money is not buying me happiness. I'm happy and I happen to go on a cool trip. But I use money. You can use it for whatever. People use it for goodness. People use it to buy nicer clothes or a cool place or to travel or to give back or whatever, charity. But I really want to do two things because I'm only 29 years old. Like what I want to do, what Dale Carnegie did, Andrew Carnegie made all of his money for the first half of his life and then gave it away in the second half of his life. And also with Vanderbilt, John D. Rockefeller? I think it was Rockefeller, actually, not Vanderbilt. Rockefeller. Vanderbilt probably did that too. Actually, I have, this is Vanderbilt's bio right there. Unbelievable book. So there's two things I really want to do is buy back my time. Like when people want to, they spend like 20 minutes looking for a $1 deal. Or they'll spend all day to save $20 on a plane ticket. And it's like, really? You spent all day to save $20? It's like, no. If I know that I can make or obtain a significant savings and it's worth my time, I'll go after it. Or if I can obtain that savings, excuse me, I can obtain that savings quickly, then I'll do it. But I look at my time so importantly because that's all we have. That's the only resource we all share in life. That's all we get is 24 hours in one day. And then we add that together and it's a lifetime. So number one is I buy back my time. How do I buy back my time? Number one is fly everywhere I can. I take taxis wherever I can. And listen, it's expensive sometimes, but number one is it feels good. So I'm doing it for the feeling. But I'm also doing it because when you have a higher expectation for yourself, then you'll expect bigger and better things, and then it'll actually come into your life. Someone said, it was amazing. Someone said, what you expect is what you get. And you think about it, you're like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. But what are your actions to become a millionaire? So number one is I buy back my time. I buy back my time in the fact that I have things delivered instead of me going out and getting it. I have people doing things that I don't want to do, like clean things or my laundry. I send out my laundry. I don't want to do my laundry, so I buy back my time on miscellaneous things. If I owned a piece of property, I would probably pay someone to mow my lawn. I wouldn't want to mow my lawn. Number one is buy back my time, and number two is experiences. I'm not doing the experiences for happiness. That's the difference. Is people feel that they go to Rome to become happy, or they go to Hawaii to be happy. In other words, they go on a trip to become happy. No. You're happy and you happen to be in Rome. You're happy and you happen to be in Venice or Hawaii or on a beach. Like, no. You don't go to that place to become happy. You're already happy and you happen to be in that place. There's that famous quote, wherever you go, there you are. So if you're negative and you go on a trip, you're going to be negative on that trip. It's like change your attitude, and that's true happiness. And a perfect example is from Tony Robbins. He talks about the Fijians, someone that lives in Fiji, and you go there, and they literally, it's a very poor country, but they don't, number one is they don't care. They're just happy people. They give. They give to everyone. They get, and they're not looking to receive, which is the biggest thing. Tony said it changed his life. He went there for the first time and he goes, I'm staying here. He opened a resort called the Namali Namali, I think it is. Namali Coast or something. I don't know. I'm like mixing up like Amalfi Coast and everything else. But number one is I buy back my time. Number two is I do it for the experience. I travel for the experience. I go to concerts or attend events or go to dinners. I do it for the experience. That's what I do it for. I don't go there for the happiness. I don't go to a concert and say, this is going to make me happy. I go there happy and it makes me more happy. I really enjoy it. And that's the biggest thing, is that money doesn't buy happiness. I understand. But being broke doesn't either. So you have your choice. And to be honest, I've been so broke in college that like I've been more than broke, because I think broke means you still have money. So I was actually in debt. Where I owed the bank money, like I don't know, like a few $100s, when like a few $100s was a lot of money, and that was like I don't even know how, and it was in withdraw fees. In other words, I withdrew money, and it was crazy. I don't even know how I got out of that, but I also hustled my way out. Like I would buy things on eBay and at a cheap price, and then resell it. I would wake up and I would buy things that were on a discount at odd hours of the night when there weren't as many bidders, and then I would resell it the next day when there was a lot of bidders. And I had to do that to make up the money. So money, there's nothing bad about money. I know in the Bible, and people bring it up, it says money is evil or something. I don't know the exact quote, but really it's the lust and the love of money. That is what's evil, and that's what's a sin. It's not having money. It's not having a lot of money, because a lot of people give all their money away. So number one is I buy back my time in anything I do. Anything I do. Anything that someone else can do it cheaper and in less time, do it. Make that, make that logo, make that website, draw up the contracts. Whatever I need to do that will save me time, I do it. Or I hire it out. Or I take a faster transportation. I don't walk, I take a bike. If I can't bike, I take a taxi. If I can't take a taxi, I'll rent a car, or I'll take a train, or I'll fly there. It's like how quickly can I buy back my time? If I'm going to Atlantic City, I literally thought, okay, can I take a plane there? Can I take a helicopter? I ended up driving with friends and everything else. But buy back your time. And number two, it's about the experiences. So those are the two reasons that I want to obtain money. And then at the end of my life is give it all away to charity. So anyway, whatever it is, you are obtaining money. It's not a bad thing. It's not a taboo thing to be talking about, to have money, to obtain money, to want money, whatever. Just have a reason for it. You want to give it away. You want to start a nonprofit. You want to start a business or whatever. You want to give back to your parents. That's another thing I want to do. So anyway, subscribe to the YouTube videos. I come out with this one every single day. And follow me on Instagram. Those are my two favorite social media networks. Talk to you guys soon.